Welcome, everybody.
Sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
That's great. So I'm not in Oregon at my studio. I got stuck here in Arizona in the sunshine, so I'm really sorry about that, but not sorry.
Oops.
Okay, let's see, go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and put my full screen gallery here. So today, well, Stacy has done a lot of work combining, combing, and I forgot that she had already gone through so many lists and organized tools and where to get them for the artisan crew and for some other stuff. So we're going to post some documents after this meeting on the Facebook page and really kind of line things out. Stacy, are you able to kind of just show what that is, just so that we remember that, and then everybody can at the end of this, go to the Facebook and you can see some of these tools.
Sure. Oh, no, I can't see what I'm doing. So here's the ones for the text. I kind of have them all. I'll share this with everyone, but I kind of have, these are all shaft prices, right? So I kind of have links and what they all are and just all of that. So that might be useful to kind of see what you have or what you might need. It's a pretty long list.
How awesome is this?
Anyway, so yeah, and the links are all there, and the current prices as of like a month ago. So, and then the other one, I sorry, I can't see, I can't move it. I can't move it. Sorry. Let me close that up. Okay.
Everybody gets to see all the inner workings of Artisan right there. You get to see how the sausage is made.
No, I just can't move my screen. How do I move this thing? This like top part. Okay, we're good. Okay. Oh, and then I had this one. Can you guys still see? Okay. Then I had the list of regulation tools right here.
Yep.
So just all of those, and we did a video
with the
on
video and everything too.
So yeah, all those links too. A lot of those are similar, but just for regulation. So yeah, I'll share all that with you guys. I'll put it on the. Should I just put it on the Facebook page?
I would put it on the Facebook page.
Okay.
That way everybody can kind of see it and look. And at the end of this, after we kind of go through Q&A and we get to see everybody's tools, I did make a little bit of a discovery on Amazon, and I'm super curious to know what people think about it and whether I should go and blow a bunch of money and we try to make an experiment work. So after that, we'll go ahead and do that. But I think there's already questions and people already set to kind of show off some of their stuff and ask questions. And if for some reason you have a tool that you purchased with a kit and you're like, I don't even know what this is for, this would also be a good time to do some of that as well.
Absolutely. In fact, I need to text Janice, make sure, because I know she had questions. But yeah, should I just do the questions first? We had a few things.
Actually, let's go ahead and first, before we go to that, does anybody have any questions to start or ideas or thoughts or anything like that? Or if anybody has their toolkit in front of them and stuff, that's more than welcome as well.
I sent Stacy some videos of my toolbox that's out in the garage, but I also have my tool bag and tool roll that in front of me, plus my new hammer. So
you got a new hammer?
Yeah, I can switch cameras in a minute.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, I got it. I gotta see.
We'll see what other people have first before we jump into me.
Victor, I know you got some sweet tools. I can smell it on you.
Yeah, I'll speak about the handles situation we were talking about last week, because Perfect. I had that problem and it took me a while to figure it out. But yeah, if you got the kit from the Academy, yes, it's like the one that Janice had said, I think, from Amazon. It's too small, and so what I had to do is I grinded down my shaft tools that I ordered to fit into that handle. But then I ordered so many tools from Shaft, I just bought the black plastic one.
Yeah.
So I think I know some people kind of wanted to be able to use them interchangeably, but I guess you just can't. And that's just the thing. I guess you would have to transition all your tools to one or the other.
Okay, that's interesting.
And so, but same thing, like if you only got one tool from Shaft and you don't want to buy a whole handle for it, or you still want to use the wooden one from the kit, I would just try maybe, I don't know, sit there for a couple hours with some sandpaper and file down the end. That's the best advice I could give. That's pretty, I had a grinder, so I was able to grind it down, but
okay.
That's what that is. I can show
That's
my
really good to know.
bag. I have my bag right here.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, that looks familiar, brother. I love it.
Yeah, so I was real lucky. I found this at an antique store, restored it. I had to sew a lot
What?
of the leather back together and
All
re-dyed and
right,
everything.
Victor, you just showed that way too
Yeah,
fast.
you gotta show that
You
again.
gotta,
That was
like,
so
you
cool.
Don't
gotta.
tease us like that.
Oh my gosh, this is absolutely gorgeous, and I've never seen it with the back where you have a sleeve.
Yeah, so this has a
That's
pocket right here. I keep my
oh,
apron in there with my gloves, things like that. And the inside has two, it's a divider in the middle, and I just kind of separate stuff as I need. I'm thinking
all
of maybe
right.
sewing some pockets in on the inside, but
We got to
you
see
know,
the clasp. I got to see the clasp. I'm a sucker
oh
for
yeah.
a good clasp.
So this one,
Oh
it
gosh.
will change. You can put it at the top if you know you have more stuff in the bag, or you can tighten it down, and it locks.
Where did you pay for this thing?
I paid $35 for it.
No way.
Yeah, yeah, and I maybe spent $20 on some
Oh my
waxed thread to
gosh.
sew it and some dye.
All
Not very
right.
much.
I got to see inside. I got to see inside.
Yeah, let me see.
I geek out. Just so everyone knows, I geek out to leather, especially vintage,
Yeah,
briefcases like this.
I think I
Oh
can
my
show it.
gosh.
It's kind of
Yes,
difficult.
totally.
Yeah, everything's
The
kind of
thing I
there.
love about it is it doesn't have all of those like pencil holders
Yeah.
everywhere.
No, yeah,
Just simple.
yeah. Yeah, it's just two big compartments. I keep a lot of stuff, and then this is my tool roll. Um, it's pretty thick.
Ooh,
It's canvas.
yeah.
I've been trying to find a leather one, but this one works really well for me. See if I can open it.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a thing of beauty.
yeah, there's everything there.
Yes.
Most of this is tools from the kit, all the regulation, all the pliers are Knipex.
Yeah.
Screwdrivers are PB Swiss. Um, oh, there go the
I
pliers.
love it.
Yeah, and then I do keep one more roll. This is just screwdrivers. I think the best screwdrivers in the world. PB Swiss.
Oh yeah.
You can change all the
So
blades.
sometimes you run across these like Young Chang, Sejong,
Yeah.
Sam McCanna's where you have the fall boards, has like this tiniest flathead or Phillips screw
Yeah.
that holds that fall board on the left and the right hand side. So those are perfect for that.
Yeah.
Same with
Oh yeah.
hinge screws.
Yes. Yeah, I've dealt
Oh
with
my
that, but
gosh.
this screwdriver set has everything I need, so it's pretty nice. I carry three hammers actually. I carry the one from the kit
Yep.
with the Watanabe tip. I use this for if I'm replacing strings or something.
Okay.
I carry this one. This one's actually my dad's from when he was in school.
Wait,
Uh,
your
it's an
dad was
old
a
shaft.
tech?
No, he went to seminary, so he has his master's in piano. But when he was there, he did take a course on piano technology, and so he did when he was there, he did work on pianos, and so he kept this and he gave it to me when I started. So even though I love
I,
Randy's hammer, this one is pretty special,
I
and
love it.
so that one's pretty cool. And then he did give me this one when I graduated from university last semester. Of course, Randy's lever. So
Oh,
it's pretty neat. He gave me his, and then he got me this as a gift. So, you know,
oh
it's
my
it's pretty
gosh.
yeah.
I absolutely love that we get to purchase, collect, work with tools like this.
Yep.
You know what I mean? There's plumbers, there's electricians. It's
Yeah.
not the same set of
No.
tools. It's
No,
not.
no, no. Yeah. No. Each of these tools has such a story, and yeah, they just keep going. And even my mentor's hammer, it's just like the story that he has behind that one. It's just so different than every other trade, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty neat.
Thank you for showing us that. And you
Oh, yeah.
gave now I have a little bit like a little bit of bag envy. But that's good. Little
Yeah. I'll send pictures of everything and
Yeah,
videos
post it on the
and
Facebook.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Andy, it looks like you went out and grabbed a bunch of kit stuff. Did you?
I grabbed what I have.
Uh-huh.
So I've pretty much bought all the tools, like almost all the tools I think I'm going to need. But I have no way, I haven't organized anything yet. I don't even know how to use 80% of them yet. I'm still,
Awesome.
so I'm there. I've got like the stuff, but so I've got this. This is my screening kit. It's
Yes.
I think I showed a picture of this one. It's like,
Oh.
it's just like a waterproof, it's like a pistol box or something. And then I've got my micrometer and then just all the tools, they're currently just kind of piled in there.
Yeah.
But
they're not going to go anywhere because it's all foam and padded.
Yeah. So, and it just shuts really nicely and all there. So I just kind of built that out for just to keep in my car, I guess, for when I need it. And then I have this is what I have so far. So I need to learn about your guys's vacuums because I'm just using. So I have this like Thule. It's like a backpack travel thing.
Wow.
It's a backpack, it's like I use it for traveling, and I just needed something for now. But this is where I keep my whole cleaning kit. So
really,
so I just have like it's like a zipper bag. I've got just like a vacuum with like a 10-foot hose. I've got a brush. I've got rags. I've got all this stuff I need to do. Like, and so if I'm gonna clean, I'll just walk up to the door with this like as a backpack on.
Yeah.
And then have my case. No.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I feel like if there's anything I'm really excited to show you in my kit, I think my vacuum game is on point. So I'm excited for Friday because Friday I'm going to be back in Portland. I haven't even seen, by the way, my mini doctor's briefcase yet. I haven't even seen it. I haven't used it yet. So I'm excited. So I will, and my goal, and Andy, I will let you know if my favorite vacuum fits inside of it.
Yeah, because I really want to come up with a solution that's I want to be walking up with all this stuff and so I'm really trying to figure that out. And then I just have this thing from you guys.
Okay.
The only thing I did was I don't carry around all the punchings and stuff, but I just bought like a tool roll and I put because like these things, the tools are like too long to pull out, and I was like, this stinks, I couldn't pull them out really.
Yeah.
So a tool roll, and then I just keep my hammer and like.
Oh wait! Is that the PTA hammer, or did you get a different hammer?
Well, I got a different hammer. This is a Charles Falk hammer.
Oh, that's right, the Falk.
And it's really nice. He just hand turns this. It's like 6 ounce. I mean, it's so light. It's crazy.
Is it light? Okay. It looks like it could be heavy, but that's interesting.
Very light. It's very stiff. And then, so yeah, I just keep that in there, and it's like not nearly as beautiful as Victor's. That's like a whole class of itself, but like, it was like I think it was about a $300 hammer, and it's great. It's perfect. It's, great for me. So
one of the things that Victor did touch on, and I highly recommend it, and you don't have to have them obviously in the same kit, but having an auxiliary tuning hammer just in case. Because I've had issues where like tuning, there was like, I don't remember what happened, but basically my tuning hammer was like, it broke. It was early on and I didn't have anything, so I had to go back. But if I would have had just a simple apprentice hammer, I could have finished the job. So just having that auxiliary secondary tuning hammer is a good idea, everybody. Yeah. So Andy, I have to admit, with you knowing a little bit about your journey to this point, you have fully, like, you didn't dip a toe in the piano tuning world. You threw you and your family in. You're in it.
Yeah, we're in. So.
What made you think, like, I'm going to take such a gamble? I mean, you've invested money. You've invested not only the PTA course, you've invested your time in this. You've worked with other things. What is it?
A part of it's my personality. Okay. I've started a few different businesses over the years, and I'm just kind of like I just sort of jump all in to things. And so my wife and I were doing kind of a real estate side hustle for the last few years, and it just got to be like too much to manage with being a pastor full time, and it just was it wasn't a side hustle that was sustainable. And so and with that one, we were like, so I was used to dropping lots, like we were dropping 10 grand a month in marketing, for that. So like for me to invest
Wow.
4 or 5 grand in some tools and some education, I'm like, this actually feels super not stressful.
Yeah.
And so, once I found it, I was just like, I kind of got the vision of like, hey, this seems like a perfect fit for me because I'm not looking to leave my career. I'm looking to start a side hustle where I can make good money, And so I just got the vision and just kind of jumped in. So
I think it's really commendable because it just and it does make sense if you're spending that much money and the ROI is there, and this is more of a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of all the businesses out there to start.
right.
This is pretty minimal and the upside is so there.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It just fits my personality too. I'm musical. I like to work with my hands. And so I was like, why didn't I think of this before? This is like perfect. But
Michael, I need to see this new hammer. I know that that's probably going to be the last thing. I can't wait to see. Oh my gosh.
It's so
What is this?
It's rosewood. It doesn't show up very well. It might show up better on the picture that I sent Stacy, but it's a Rayburn. Let's see, it's a Rayburn hammer that I got at the conference.
You did.
And then I also got a splurge, and they have a little key pounder.
Yes.
So
is it matching?
It's matching rosewood. It's a little egg with a rod that comes out with a cushioned tip.
Yeah.
And so instead of having your fingers, like you talked about in the video, you have the pounder.
You can do that.
To pound that.
And the nice thing about that is it whenever you have the ball tip or anything, just to spread that around really helps with your joints on your hand.
Yeah, and then this thing's carbon fiber core.
Can I see?
It's super light. I don't know whether. Let me change cameras back and see whether I get a better camera.
Yeah, I want to see like where it connects to the carbon fiber. It almost looks like it just.
It's the carbon fiber goes all the way through, and you can't see it here, but you see the black of the carbon fiber on the end tip here.
Oh my gosh!
It's all the way through.
So it's like full tang, if you will.
Yeah.
That angle of that looks really good.
It's a 12.5 tip. And he had other tip angles as well. I may end up getting the 10 degree tip at some point.
Michael, you're the same way as Andy. You plunged in. You cannonballed in.
I did.
And so, toe in the water.
Yeah, and I'm semi-retired because my job was eliminated from my previous IT job. So I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And sort of like Andy, this fits my personality. And I started getting back into playing piano last year. And
Michael, are you like a closet trillionaire? Like you invented Tetris? Is that what this is?
Well, I worked. I'm not a trillionaire,
Pac-Man.
I worked in IT for 30 years, and I worked for a mutual funds company, and I earned good money. And
I can't wait to see all the fun toys you're going to show us.
Yeah, so I have the PTA kit. The leather tool roll is from Hide and Drink.
Hide and Drink?
Hide, HIDE, and Drink. And that's where I got the leather tool roll from.
Oh, sure enough. That's gorgeous.
And then, like you said, I have the PTA hammer for my secondary hammer.
Yep.
And then, of course, everybody needs a prop or a lid prop. So I got this. I forget whether I got this off a Howard or off a Shaft.
Yeah.
And then for my screwdrivers, I have a lot of the craftsman's tools. So this one has where you can put in the flathead or the Phillips, and then I have a lot of the little ones in here as well, and my mutes and stuff go in here. So all the little stuff goes in a little bag here. It's a little zipper bag that I found.
Okay. I'm seeing this. Is this a leather briefcase? What is this?
So this is similar to.
Oh,
let me change cameras.
You guys.
So I spent a little bit more money on this because I found this on Etsy. And you were talking about clasps.
Yes.
Is that the time resistance one, Michael?
I don't remember who I got it from, but it came all the way from Italy.
Yes, I got one of those. It's not the same one, but a time resistance. Oh my gosh.
And then it's one open bag, and I have a lot of miscellaneous, stuff in
It
the
doesn't
bottom.
have the side panel.
It doesn't have the
Interesting.
side panels, but I have my leather roll in the bottom as needed, and then extra flashlight, has a
Oh my gosh.
side slot here where I put miscellaneous stuff, and
There's
it does have a front pocket that you can
oh
use
my
as well.
gosh. There's this movie, I can't recommend it, and I'm a little embarrassed to say I've seen it, but it's called American Psycho, and it has like Christian Bale in it. And there's one of the scenes, they're like talking about their business cards and they're like going over like the little details. I feel like I'm that way when it comes to these bags. They're like, oh, the crisp leather, the this and the. And it's the funniest scene, but that's what I feel like when I look at all of your guys' tools. I'm like, oh, that's what we're
So Stacy,
doing.
bring up my photos of my toolbox. So
Yeah.
I splurged on this toolbox. So
What?
so this is the innards of the bottom part. This has got
Okay.
a rolling thing. Then it's got
What?
a crate on top of it that I have
Oh, I
miscellaneous
gotta
stuff.
find that.
Yeah,
It's down here. There it
Wait.
is.
So
What
you
is
have
that?
you have a stackable toolbox. So you have the toolbox at the bottom. You have a crate in the middle, and then the cool thing, if you go to the next photo below, parts
Oh my
box.
gosh.
So,
Is
and
that
they
a
all stack.
wood?
It's all plastic, and then it's got a wooden worktop that you can put on
It's
top.
got a wooden worktop so you could cut felts.
Yeah,
So
and it's got a handle and it rolls.
right. Michael, link it on that link in Facebook. You got to put the
Look.
links on it for us.
This is a better picture of the tuning hammer.
Oh my
It's so
gosh.
beautiful. Oh, whoops, I just lost it. That's just
Like
it's
Mama
just
Bear and her cub.
gorgeous. Oh, it's
Yeah,
so
I dropped
brass?
some change on that.
Yeah, they don't give those away.
No, but as like Rayburn, I met Nate Rayburn
Yeah.
at the conference, and they're upping their prices. They were upping their prices after the conference.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if I'm going to spend the money, spend it now.
Yeah.
That's like,
That's
I hadn't
so,
planned on spending the money on a hammer immediately,
Oh,
but
look
it
at
was
that.
it was too beautiful to
Oh my
not
gosh.
get.
Wait a second. So is that tool roll, is it tapered or is it all the same size as far as the
It will fold. It's a fold over.
it is a fold over.
And it's
Okay.
angled. So
It is
you have
angled.
the short
Nice.
tools on the right and longer tools on the left, and it's angled and it has a fold over, and then you
Oh,
roll it
I
up.
love it. I love it. Okay, what about does your vacuum, where's your vacuum?
So if you go back to the photos where the crate is, I have a
Mhm.
small little you can't see it very well,
Yeah.
a battery operated small vac in here from Works.
Got
I
it. Got it.
found that on Amazon. It's just battery operated, and then if I needed if I was doing a deep cleaning, then I'd bring a mini shop vac.
Wow. Here's a question to you all. Do any of you bring a small mini air compressor to your customers' houses? No? I had never. Go ahead, Robert.
What about the can of spray?
I've never done that. One of our technicians introduced me. You're gonna meet him. Yeah, I've seen people do that. You're gonna meet Alan, who runs our Seattle branch. You're gonna meet him on when is that? Wednesday, Stacey? And
yeah,
so
it's gonna be Wednesday.
He's the deep clean master. And so maybe Stacey, you could tell him we really want to see some of it, how he does his deep cleaning stuff. But he found these mini air compressors that are just a slight hum, and they're fantastic in customers' houses.
Yeah, I've heard the canned air is dicey because it'll have moisture from the cans.
I can see that.
So it's kind of this, same thing. I've used canned air for computer work and stuff like that, and it does create some moisture.
Yeah, it does.
From
and it freezes your hands up.
That too.
Yeah. Yeah. So I was curious about that. It seems like nobody yet, unless Victor. Victor, do you have a small vacuum you take inside to every customer's house?
Yeah, so I've tried small ones. I will say I'm probably gonna have I take a big one. I take an 8-gallon vacuum. So on wheels, has a big handle. The only reason I do that is because it's so strong that I can. When I was talking about cleaning grands, you can suck up cleaner. So when things won't come off, I'll hit it with the brush and solution, and I can vacuum up all the moisture before it seeps down to anything.
Wow, so it's
And also,
that strong.
yeah, and then it vacuums everything up so fast.
Okay, okay.
It just saves time. I know it's pretty big, but I kind of have a way that I carry everything. I can go in and out of. I don't have to make multiple trips the way I kind of put it together. But it just saves me time.
Yeah.
As my mentor likes to say, it'll suck the chrome off a door handle. You know? So yeah, but that's what works for me. I like it.
That's awesome.
So
Yeah, but I
David,
will
here's
What
here's
is
what I
that?
have.
That's
It's a
nice.
little mini vacuum that runs off of same thing like a drill battery.
And it has a hose attachment, or
Yeah, it's got if the hose folds into the handle up and over.
what?
Yeah.
All right, that's slick.
That's
pretty
what
slick.
I would take in just to do a basic cleaning of cleaning the cobwebs around the pedals
Wow.
and do a basic clean, and then the deep clean would need a better vacuum, but that would be my basic cleaning type of
What's the
thing.
cost on something like that, Michael?
I want to say it was like 60, but it might have been more than that. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I'd have to go look it up.
Wow. What?
Actually, it might have been like 99.
Okay.
But that also came with the battery.
What is your all's next big purchase that you're like, once I get my first paycheck, once I get my first 10 grand, 5 grand, whatever it is, I'm buying that. Maybe it's a hammer, maybe it's a tuning device, maybe it's a car. What is it for each of you? I'm so curious.
Action cradle for me.
Ooh, action cradle.
Yeah.
For the upright, you mean? Nice.
A new
Car,
let off
nice,
rack.
nice.
The Jaris let off rack. That one's really nice.
The Jaris let off rack. Can you pull a picture of that? Because I'm trying to think if I know what that is. Is it the one with the metal?
Yes, it's all metal. It has the metal plunger to get the distance from the key bed to the strings. It's
Okay,
pretty
I think
accurate,
I've
and it
seen
has
that.
they call it like a 4-in-1 or 3-in-1 because you can do just your standard let off, everything like that. But then it has another one for back checking, different stuff like that. But it's all metal. It's not like the wooden let off racks. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, there we go. That we're okay.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, that's pretty legit. That's more legit than my little wooden action let off one that I have.
FYI, that's $100 cheaper at Shaft.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's
Wow.
about $100 cheaper at Shaft.
Got it. So we have car, regulation tools. What about you, Robert?
Storage shed
Storage shed.
for all
That's
my
a good
junk,
one.
so that my wife won't kick me out.
You mean
Because
all of your tools and money-making equipment? We don't call it junk.
that's true.
No, I have
Well,
plenty of
my
I
tools
have
right
plenty of
now are.
junk.
I'm in the tool hall of shame. I mean, they're so basic. Essentially, this is my tool bag right there. There it is, Office Max. So I'm just carrying that for now, and then
Yeah.
I'm kind of on an as needed basis, so that I can, if there's something that I don't know about, I kind of research it and then buy the tool.
That's a good
I'm
idea.
just kind of going incrementally here, especially since right now I'm full time in another job that has nothing to do with that. But I have found I bought a Young Chain upright, and right now it's in my piano room. I've got another one I can work on. So there's some pianos I want to get a hold of, but I need a place where I can spread out and work.
No. It's expensive. I mean, not all of us invented Google like Michael. We have to buy our stuff.
I know how
helps. I
big
got a
he
good
was.
severance when they kicked me out of the old company, so I can't complain.
So I'm going to be showing you on Friday more of my stringing kit, and again, I really recommend those Supply 88 ones. And just because of how light they are, if nothing else, how compact and light they are. And so I think actually, I think Mark actually sent me one of those, and it's at the mailbox. So I'll have to grab that along with our prototype tool that I think is I think somebody actually had a question about. So
Yeah. Do you want me to go to those questions? Or
yeah,
there's just
let's
a
go ahead
few.
and
Yeah,
see,
let's do
that.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Yeah,
Take
this
away.
one. Oh, this was funny. A smaller hammer could have helped with that. Oh, it does
Yes.
not look fun. Yeah.
Sometimes we run into that. It's just like, what?
Mm. Okay, this was the question. I saw this tool in a video. Do we have one of those? Is it available online? I've seen that one before.
I think I saw that on your list that you just scrolled through.
Yeah,
So-
that was on my list. It's a necessary.
So we are in the design phase of creating the Artisan regulation tool, and it is a like 9 or 10 in 1 version of something like this. And so it's going to allow you to do let off, dip, blow distance, after touch, height, key heights, everything. And so Mark and I and our team are working together at Supply 88 to create these. And so I think that the prototype like version of it is in the kit that he sent me that I'm going to get this when I get back to Portland. So I'm really excited to show you all that. And this will be like the first ever Artisan tool, which I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
So hold off just a little bit and you'll be able to get hot off the press, and they're going to be made of steel as well.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh.
this is a good question. Is this digital caliper tool accurate enough for measuring piano wire?
100%. And just so people know, I think it's double -5. There's a Michael, you'll know this because you were just at the event where you did the formula.
Yeah. So for example, if it's, you minus 0.005 and then you divide by 2. So for example, if the measurement is 0.040, you would minus 0.005 to put it at 0.035, divide by 2. That puts you at 17.5.
Yep.
For the gauge.
Yeah.
These are all.
I did that piano wire, and 0.9 I did the measurement, and I came with 15 caliber or on the wire, just from millimeter to inches. It's -5 divided by 2. But then I did it again and it was 0.8. So I'm thinking, well, do I really need a micrometer that's 50 to 75 bucks? This was 10 bucks at Harbor Freight, and I just was curious.
I think all mine are from Harbor Freight that I've used, and I don't. Okay. Some people are really intense about that stuff.
Yeah, there are some at the conference that are much more adamant about that.
They're like, you should also take into account the age of the instrument because the strings probably stretch and are at a thinner density, and the crow flies south, and that is the whatever else. And it's just like, what? Bro, just give me a basic string.
Well, can I have ask a follow-up on the piano wire and the measuring? It's not really a tool, but it's piano wire. Mm-hmm. Guitar strings, you got a million kinds. What are some people's preferred piano wire brands? Because I got to buy some here, and I don't know what to get. It's piano wire. I don't know.
There's this one brand, and it's made in Europe, and it's like Palo wire, and it's supposed to be really good. There's some that are like coated with stuff. I just get it from Supply 88, in my tool rounds, unless you're going to be restringing instruments, then in which case we used to get them from Mapes. And hey, I figure if Mapes is Steinway's good enough for Mapes and Mapes is good enough for Steinway, it's probably decent enough, and it's fairly, I don't know.
Yeah. Supply 88 stocks their tires with Mapes.
Yeah, it's pretty standard. Yes, there. Thank you. Yeah, that yeah. If you have,
those are fancy.
They're fancy.
They're expensive. I don't know if they're
You're so expensive.
I had a tech I worked for who bought them. And they were expensive. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. Were they worth it? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, you could get that stuff, but I don't know. I'm just most likely the technicians before you and after you are not going to have it. So just use Shaft, use Mapes. Just
Yeah,
that's what I
Shaft and
recommend.
Mapes.
Because you could
Shaft and
go,
Mapes.
which is again, that's another reason I usually don't regulate and space my hammers to European style, because whoever's following me is probably going to be like, wait, I'm confused. I don't do this. Or so you have to think about it that way too. So who's going to follow you? That's a good question.
And
So
I
here's
I like Shaft and Mapes. They're just easy to order from. They're just both of them are so easy to order from. I don't know. I've had a good experience with both of them.
Here's my do we have more questions?
That was it today because everyone was showing live.
Yeah, this is great.
So that was actually like really fun, actually.
I had one question just about organizing tools. I guess this is more of like philosophical question of like, do you want to have like different kits for different things, like a stringing kit, cleaning kit, like, and then duplicate tools in those kits just so it's easy? Or do you want to just because like one tool could be used for multiple different things.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, in terms of philosophy, is like how to the best way to think about organizing these things.
I do it the way I do it, and I've taught our technicians to do it. I can just go by that. Is you have a main simple kit that you go into the customer's house with. That'll have all of the tuning, a small vacuum, which I'm excited to show you on Friday, and maybe a little bit of glue and some like a razor blade and some felts. It's very much like I can regulate a piano, touch up the lost motion, fix a hammer line, do some let off, tune the piano. I'm good. Maybe a center pinning kit in there. That's it. My next auxiliary kit is going to have more repairs. So it'll have some clamps, it'll have more glue, it'll have shanks, it'll have a hammer repair kit, stuff like that. So that's my auxiliary kit. Then I have a stringing kit, and then we have a cleaning kit. So altogether, all of our techs have 4 kits: a primary, auxiliary, stringing, and cleaning. And again, the auxiliary kit is more for the repairs and things of that nature. You'll have a heat gun in there. You'll have maybe the hair straightener in there or whatever. You'll have, just random other things in there. And that's typically what I've done. Now you're going to talk about, that's what we recommend. But again, here at Artisan, we let our technicians fly and spread their wings. So you're going to see Alan. He spread his wings far.
They are all so unique with what they end up doing with their personality. Yeah. Like, it's really fun when they start sharing, and their tool lists. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Philip had a good string question. He said, I've heard the universal bass strings are not good. Do you have them on hand though, in case of an emergency, like a concert? Or question on that?
I found the same thing, that those universal bass strings they rattle. There's issues, anything like that. They're just not great. I'll string tie, I'll tie a bass string if it's like an emergency concert event, something like that. But no, I'll have like little ends of strings, like for that size, and that's about it. So no, I won't do that. We experimented with those for a while, and we're like, oh, this is gonna be great. 9 times out of 10, they don't work right and they don't sound right. So it's issue.
So David, you were wondering, that's what the tool roll looks like after you roll it up.
That's cool. And that's from the Hide and Drink?
Hide and Drink, yeah.
Jeez. How much does that tool roll cost?
You'll have to look it up on the website.
He doesn't even want to tell us.
I never remember stuff off the top of my head.
You guys are already razzing me. All right. I have an experiment on Amazon because I've been looking at tools on there, and I found this one company. And I'm going to share my screen. And if, oopsie, I don't want to disable it. Share screen. There we go. And so I found this company, and it's this company right here. And I tell you, it's like a quarter the price for things. Like this right here is literally the Renner one that is like for sale for like over $100. Right here, these are like the $150 ones. Are you all seeing this?
It's real small.
Okay.
It's just in the corner.
It's just
Not
in the
full
corner.
screen.
Maybe you could try full screening it.
Well, hang on. Okay, never mind. That's my bad.
Can you see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at this. These are those jack, or these are those key leveling. $8.
Wow.
Look at this. Your crimping pliers, your easing pliers. This is this really crazy random tool that cleans out the inside of the key. Key weights. Again, look at this one. I think that's like a $45, $50 tool. You got a Hart spring tool for less than $10. A Steinway flange spacer for less than 30. So $315 gets these, what I would imagine about $1,000 worth of tools that you would normally see. So I'm thinking about rolling the dice and just getting them and then letting you all know like what I think, because these are some very affordable prices and they look identical to what I've seen.
Yeah, as long as the quality's okay. Yeah.
I don't know. They have other stuff too.
Say it's worth a
Put
shot.
that link in the chat.
What's that? Ooh.
Would you put that link?
Oh, I didn't. Well, it's just my
there it
shopping
is.
cart. Oh, the link of the company. Yeah, it's this.
Yeah.
Stacy, are you able to find that? Didn't you have it pulled up earlier? Yeah, she had it pulled up earlier. We can't.
I was
hear you,
trying
by the
to
way.
find out if they were legit, because I'm like, sometimes when it sounds too good to be true, it is, but sometimes it's not. Sometimes I'm like, I want to see.
Yeah, the voicing tools alone, I'm like, gee whiz, and they had a whole other slew of them as well. Then I'm like, gee whiz, these are great pricing.
Yeah, those Hart tools are really expensive. That might look like a really good deal.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy all those tools.
Yeah.
You can never have too many tools. We have multiple tasks. Some of them will play with them.
They'll come in handy at some point.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you have spare tools for the shop. Yeah.
That's true. Well, and I need to set up a toolkit for myself here in Phoenix to do some service calls and to kind of have fun. And I don't have that yet, so maybe I'll try that. So, but I was like, whoa, these are ridiculously cheap in comparison, and they look the same as the other ones. I think that Flugelberg had like a voicing set that looked just like that one hammer with the brass on it, the voicing, needling tool. So I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. So do you think it's legit, Stacy? She doesn't know. She's
I'm trying to find them, and I'm trying to find them. It doesn't, I don't know.
I won't give him my credit card number.
No, don't give him. I'm like looking and I'm like, no, I don't know yet.
I'm just going to give him Justin's social security number. Sorry, Justin. I need it anyways.
What was the name of the brand again?
HUA Tools, I thought. Something like that.
Let's
Yeah.
See. Hua Tools?
I'm going to go ahead and here we go. Yeah. Copy. I'm going to put this in here for you.
I just don't see like a website, like an official. I see them. I'm just not. I see them on Amazon. I'm just wondering. Anyway.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't find like an official website with like reviews and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's your tool roll. That's cool. All right. I'm really excited. So on Wednesday, that's 2 days from now, we're gonna have. Is it gonna be both Coburn and Allen?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. These guys are tool nuts. And so Alan runs our Seattle branch, and Coburn runs our Denver branch. And so he'll be able to kind of show you what his stuff is. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Coburn,
day in and day out. Like they're like four. I mean, they'll
4,
do
5,
a lot
6
of
a day.
tunings a day. Yeah, up to 6. And I mean, they're just going. So you'll see what they use. I mean, they see all sorts. In fact, that's what they love about it. The variety of what they see out there in the field.
Mhm.
They love it. They actually love it. And they're always sending me like pictures. So fun. It's so fun. I live vicariously through them.
But they'll be great to like, bring questions for them. Say, hey, you're out in the field, you're doing this, you're doing that many of them. How are you exercising? You taking a lot of Epsom salt baths? What are you doing?
Hey, David, I do have one question that I don't think anybody's ever asked is what made you decide to expand into other cities? Or is that not an easy question to answer?
It is, but it's one of those things that you'd have to know me to know I'm not trying to be a jerk when I say it. You know what I mean? Because the answer is very much
This is a safe place
this
to
is a
talk,
safe
David.
spot. The reason is the same as the reason we decided to go into other states was the same reason we decided to bring on more technicians in the same state. And that was, I saw a lot of not great work out there. And even the people that were doing great work were not giving a good customer experience on the other side, which is the business. And so to be able to kind of combine both worlds where the customer experience, the just everything was just dialed in, and they just created something to remember. It just spiraled from there, and everywhere we've gone, people have just been like, whoa, that's something that we've not seen before, and our life is better because of it. So I'm hesitant to say that because a lot of times it's like, well, who are you to say that? How dare you? I don't mean it like that.
Well, no, your experience has led you to this point, is essentially what you're saying.
Exactly. And that's a better way of saying it. So yeah, we there will always be, more single operators out there. And to be honest, that's not our, we don't, wherever we go, we don't have competition because there's two different things. There's going to be the single operators, and those people, the people that are using them are going to be like, yo, I want Andy, I want Michael. That's the guy. He's, I want to be able to call him in the middle of the night and I get Andy and Michael on the phone. With Artisan, there's other things that you get, to kind of, that's, different. And so that's what we kind of have found. Now, that being said, in growing to the size we didn't expect people to not realize that we're still a mom and pop organization. Kathy, my wife, and I still own the company, and it's the two of us. But we look like this corporation that, one of the things that we run into that maybe you probably won't is the amount of like last minute cancellations. Because this is a big company corporation, I can cancel last minute. And we're like, that's not great for us because we still have people to feed and stuff like that. Where when I was smaller, we just didn't have that kind of thing. So it's an interesting thing going from, a smaller, single operator to like multi-state. And there's different challenges, but
I can see how wide of a difference that is just from when you went from multiple techs in your single location to then expanding the location. That's kind of like another tier to the build process of how you've built out, right?
Yeah, exactly. And our plan is to, as we grow and expand, is to find technicians, and it may be that in groups like this, or that people that, say, I've been trying my own thing for years, and I want to be a part of something bigger or different. And we'll probably work with technicians around the country to be like, hey, do you want to start, Artisan New York? Yes, we'll work with you on that, and do stuff like that, to where, because it's the best when you find technicians that like Alan, like Cobra, they're like, I have no interest in running a business. I just want to be able to go and do work and run that. They're not like you, Andy. They're not like, hey, I love running businesses. And that's who we look for, is folks that just like want to dedicate themselves to just doing the work. So Is that right, Stacy? Am I saying that well?
Yeah. There's different groups out there, right? There's the one, yeah. And I can spot it so easily. I'm so good at this. No. Just so many. Like either you're gonna be a really good fit for like there's three. Actually, there's three, right? Like either you're gonna go off and do your own solo theme. And I love helping techs do that. But then there's the one that does like techs under a tech. There's that there's a certain personality to each of these. And then just like you said, David, there's the one that's like, I just want to do what I like to do, but I want to get paid enough that I can actually like survive. So, and that's where Artisan like made my eyes go like, what? We have salary techs? I'd never seen it before. I didn't even think it was possible. And I'd been trying to figure that out forever, like how to pay the techs enough. And like, oh my gosh, it was amazing when I was like, you did it, like what? And I just like jumped and left everything here. It's so it's like I'm supporting that because I have these techs here in Utah that fit into that category and they're just not making it working at a store. And not everyone has that personality or even wants to do it on their own or do it, so really you'll fit into one of three and you'll know pretty. I don't think it takes too long to know which one you fit into. Yeah. And we want to help all of them because there's plenty of work. There's plenty of work.
There's so much work.
There's plenty of pianos. Like all the techs I helped in Utah were all busy. Like no problem. So yeah, that's what's kind of fun to see where you fit.
And I think that for the first 20 years, and go back to your question, Michael, we wanted to create an experience for our customer, the end user. And for this next period of Artisan's future, we're all about the industry, specifically through technicians, enabling and empowering, inspiring technicians so that the industry can thrive. Because there's 12 of you right here. Like each one of you are going to have your hands on so many pianos and do so much good work. And that's how we really help the industry.
Well,
and so
it's been interesting here in Indianapolis, just hearing from the other techs at the guild chapter meetings on how much work there is. And they're saying, I'm having to turn away work because I don't have the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we have at least 2 people that are retiring and another gentleman passed away here in the past month. So, there's tons of work out there. And I assume it's that way in the other cities as well.
It's everywhere. And how long is it going to be? How many years do you think people are going to wait to be like, you know what? I haven't been able to find a technician for however long. I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy a digital. Yeah. That will be the end of our industry. And we can't let that happen. And if Artisan can have a small part of that, we want to do it.
I will say we have digital and normal piano, and the normal one sounds way better anyway. So.
Yeah, right? I'm the same way with a guitar. It's just something beautiful about an acoustic guitar where, electric's fine, but there's just something magical about the acoustic.
Yeah, we always had a family piano, and my sister inherited it, and she was trying to get it tuned, but it was spin it, and no one wanted to do it. Yeah. No one wanted to put in the work, and then she ended up going digital in the end.
Yep. Somebody had, would I build my own pin block jack? I think they're fairly inexpensive to just buy. But again, early on, I would have made my own pin block jack. Yes. At some point, you're going to be like, I have more time than money. I have more money than time. Which one is it? So, yeah, that's a good question.
I want to show, I asked about lights last week.
Oh, yeah.
I bought a light. It's magnet on the bottom.
What?
So I can stick it to the harp on the piano, and then I can shine this wherever I want it.
It's strong enough to actually stay on while you do that?
Yeah, it's got a pretty strong magnet.
Wow.
But like I use this for like focusing on an area, like if I'm looking down in the action.
Yeah.
But it came with different heads that come off.
What?
So like this one's just an LED bar, so I can have like a general light overview.
Justin, post that on the Facebook. I need to get that. Now I can stop looking like a cyclops.
It's really
David, I found this Craftsman light. It's got the same thing where you have a magnet. It'll attach right on the upright plate.
I thought that was a Power Ranger Morpher for a second.
It kind of looks like that. Yeah.
Yes. That's awesome.
I gotta remember to bring a
acoustic
napkin.
bikes. They call acoustic bikes? Are you serious?
Yeah, I just found that out. They with like e-bikes taking over, they've now changed the name of normal bikes. They call them acoustic bikes. Isn't that funny?
That's awesome.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Now, just so you all know, you're gonna see Alan, you're gonna see Cobran. Just so you know how much of a nice thing this is, because they're gonna see all your tools, and be careful how many tools you show them, because what we're gonna do after this is, I'm sure they're gonna be like, hey, Michael had that hammer, or they had that thing, and then we're gonna get like all these invoices coming through the company being like, wait, what is going on here? We pay for all the tools for our techs, and so when they get a wild hair and they want this tool or that hair tool, we usually kind of let them do it within reason.
Sometimes you got to talk them off the cliff.
You know, Randy Casado tuning hammer galore is coming out of this. It's funny. It's fun.
I gotta remember to bring a napkin for Wednesday and Thursday. I didn't realize how much I was gonna be drooling through this whole thing.
Oh,
so I can only imagine what Wednesday is gonna have in store.
Oh my gosh, the guys, they're road warriors. They got it all. You know, they're the Delta Force. They go in and can get anything done.
You're saying about kind of what's next. Well, for me, I need to build my stringing kit. Is my next big thing. Yeah.
I'm going to show you all the again the Supply 88 one, and the thing that I like about it is it's all self-contained. The middle opens up to put all of the caliper, all the stringing stuff inside, and it comes with, again, that little pouch, and that's kind of nice too. And we're working on getting. I'm working with Mark to kind of do more custom. We're trying to put together what the Artisan kit would be for people to be like, you know what? What are the guys out there doing this all day long have? What is their tools? And just like, here it is. Here's the, you know, for people like Andy that are just like, hey, I just want to know what the right thing is. You know, none of this or that, just here. So, you know, creating an avenue for people to be at least be able to look through. Here's a real toolkit. This is what we would literally, every time we get a new technician at Artisan, we buy that. It has the cleaning, it has the stringing, it has the auxiliary and the primary kit. Here it is. You know, we just started, you know, Phoenix, let's get that technician set up. One purchase. That's kind of what we'd like to be able to do at some point. So that's what we're kind of working towards.
Yeah. David, I have a question for anybody. Has anybody seen the video from the PTG about toolkits? They kind of talk about starting your toolkit.
Michael sent us that.
Yeah, I've gone through that, and there's also a checklist of tools for different tasks and stuff that you can use as a reference.
Yeah, because that's where I found Supply 88, Grandworks, Randy Casado, Falk, Charles Falk, all these different ones. And so I think that South Pacific, or is that what it's called?
Gosh, no.
South Pacific is the musical. I'm getting confused.
Pacific Piano Supply.
Yes, there you go. Sorry, Pacific Piano Supply. It has all the list of all these people that you can get stuff from. I'll put that in the Facebook page.
Yes,
that's a good video to watch through. Yeah.
And if anybody finds stuff that's helpful and things of that nature, you know, post it in there. Yeah. Because that's really awesome.
Yeah. And the guy giving the talking through the video is Timothy, the creator of Gazelle.
Timmy B. Tim Barnes himself in the flesh.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah. We had a meeting with him for Gazelle, and he was really awesome and really supportive. So
awesome.
I really like.
I had a fun time meeting him and Luke at the conference.
Oh, you met Tim and Luke? Oh my god.
Yeah, I met both of them. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, we're working with them. We want to go ahead and see if we can twist their arms. We're kind of they really work really hard with us and stuff and creating ideas, but we're really trying to push coupon codes so that your customers, your teachers could have specialty codes that they can go ahead and get a discount when they book online through your thing. So little things like that, we're always trying to like, what else? And if anybody has ideas, let us
That's so
know too,
true.
because
That'd
we're always
be
in
great.
contact with
Right.
Gazelle.
I email them like 3 times a week about stuff. They're like, I'll add it to my list of 1,500 things. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Well,
Just make it better.
the good news is that Luke and Tim just are hiring 2 interns for the summer.
Oh,
And they're hoping one of them's going to, one of them's a junior, one's a senior, and they're hoping to be able to have that work out, and they might be able to make an offer to the senior who's graduating.
that's awesome.
So sounds like some new stuff might be coming down the pipe by fall
That's awesome.
because they have extra hands.
Yeah, they are very involved. Like, yeah. I don't know how they're running. Anyway, they're pretty awesome. I don't know how they're doing everything.
Luke's the main developer, and his brother's the other developer, and then
Yep.
they're going to have these 2 interns.
No,
Yeah.
and we've kind of danced around the idea of working together more with Gazelle in tandem with what we're trying to do here with mentoring, because we think that to be a good fit as well. So perfect. Well, I'll see you on Wednesday. We're gonna see some of our department leads, right? For Phoenix. You're not Phoenix. Where is he? Denver and Seattle. So come with your questions. Definitely.
Bring a
Try to
napkin.
stump them. Try to stump them. Try to like get them really uncomfortable. We'll see how
Don't
they.
do that to them. We love them.
They're great guys. They're fantastic, and
They're
they're
so
actually
good.
really interesting because Cobran is like a high level, like competitive marching band, like drummer, percussionist, and Alan just bought a plane. He's like a pilot in his off time.
The pilot, and he's also can rebuild organs. Like I
Yes.
think. Oh, and he makes his own custom wood furniture. He's like that guy on that Meet the Parents, the boyfriend who like does everything. I don't. Anyway, they're really cool.
They're really cool
Renaissance
guys.
man.
I love them to death. They're so fantastic. So we'll meet them, Alan Cobran, and we'll have a good time talking more about tools and seeing what they have. And then again on Friday we'll do coffee hour, and I'll finally be at my tool bag, and I'll get to look at it with you. So
Awesome.
see you guys on Wednesday.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.